Have you ever read the back of your toothpaste tube, the ingredients? How many of those could you actually pronounce? So most toothpaste has fluoride, which is supposed to harden the enamel on your teeth, but it's actually a neurotoxin. So it's not really something that I want in my body. Then it has some sort of foaming agent, a type of soap that it doesn't really increase the cleaning, but it makes it feel like it is. It's something, there's a mouthfeel to it. And then it has some sort of artificial sugar, usually xylitol or aspartame, some of them have. And then there's even, I think, a few that have stevia. And then there's some sort of flavoring, which could either be actual essential oils, depending on your toothpaste, or it could be an artificial flavor. So because I'm not super thrilled with a lot of the ingredients in toothpaste, and because I think it's more expensive than it needs to be, I've been making my own tooth powder for quite a while. And it only takes 2 ingredients. It's super easy to make. So the first ingredient is baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. And it has a couple of uses in the tooth powder. So sodium bicarbonate is a alkaline. So when your teeth get cavities, it's not actually the bacteria themselves that cause cavities. They're not eating your teeth. What they're eating is the sugar and the food in your mouth. But what they do is they excrete acid when they do that. And the acid is what actually breaks down your teeth and causes cavities. So this is alkaline, which it neutralizes that acid, which is great. The other thing it is it's a mild abrasive. So it helps scrub off plaque, the beginnings of tartar, preventing tartar. It won't do anything for like already hard tartar, not without scrubbing your gums raw anyway, but it's really good at like getting the plaque and stuff off, which is what allows those bacteria to just sit in your mouth. The other ingredient is peppermint essential oil. Its function, I guess it has 2 functions too. So its first function is it's an antiseptic. It kills bacteria, it kills funguses. If you have problems with thrush, it could help. It will kill the bacteria that cause tooth decay, bacteria that cause bad breath. Its other function is it just makes your mouth feel kind of fresh and clean, and it gives you a similar feel that a toothpaste does. You know, it freshens your mouth. So it's quite easy to make this. I just use this. This is like a little recycled horseradish jar that I love because it just looks so poppy. It's just cute. And so I'm going to mix it up. So I usually just mix it half full because it tends to absorb moisture as you go. So I use 3 tablespoons of baking soda. 3. And then I'm going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of peppermint oil. Let's see. I need to get a glass top for this thing. And it's always best not to pour over the top. Okay. So if you decide to make this recipe, whoops, wrong one. I would recommend that you just start with maybe 5 or 10 drops of the peppermint oil, because since you're not actually used to it, you may be more sensitive. Your mouth may be more sensitive to it. And if you overdo it at first, it can cause irritation and even kind of a burn. So the other thing I would recommend is, because this may be slightly more abrasive than what you're used to, I would kind of start using it every other day at first, and don't brush too vigorously. You don't need to. This is this is, this does the job all on its own. It doesn't taste as good as your store-bought toothpaste. It's quite salty, so you will definitely want to rinse your mouth out with water, although it makes the water taste sweet, so that's good. And I was thinking that I might try cinnamon oil as well as the peppermint oil, because the cinnamon oil would have the exact same effect as the peppermint oil. It's an antiseptic, so it would kill the bacteria and it would give a little different flavor. I would definitely have to play around with the amounts, because you wouldn't want to overdo it with cinnamon oil either. So in order to use it, I usually just, once you get it all mixed, I usually just tap some into the lid and then take a moistened toothbrush and just touch it. It'll pick it up, and then you just brush just like you would with toothpaste. So what do you think? Is this something that you would do? Would you, do you think that it's worthwhile to, we're talking minuscule amounts in your toothpaste of chemicals, and your body can probably take it, but it seems like we're bombarded from all directions. So I feel like something this simple is definitely worth doing. If you have any questions, drop in the comments. I read all your comments. I appreciate all of you who take the time to say what you think, and I try to answer everyone. So we will see you next time.